The Constitution of India, Preamble. We, the people of India, having solemnly resolved to constitute India into a sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic republic and to secure to all its citizens justice, social, economic and political, liberty of thought, expression, belief, faith and worship, equality of status and of opportunity, and to promote among them all fraternity, assuring the dignity of the individual and the unity and integrity of the nation. In our Constituent Assembly, this 26th day of November 1949, do hereby adopt, enact and give to ourselves this Constitution.
Hello my dear children, welcome back once again. How are you all? I hope you all are taking care of your health. Today we are going to learn interrogative adjectives. Do you know what are interrogative adjectives? No, right? So let's learn it today. Take your English Studio Volume 2, Activity 9.7. Read these sentences. Sentence A is, which is your favorite subject? And sentence B is, which subject do you like best? Underline the question word what, who, which, why, when, how in each sentence. What follows this word in each sentence? Discuss. So, what you have to do, is there any word in the sentence that is a question word? What, who, which, why, when and how? Yes, which is the question word here. So, underline it. We know that what, which, when, why, who and how are question words. These words ask questions and are always followed by a verb. Going back to Look Deep 9.7, which is the question word and is the verb in sentence A. So, observe that the question word which in sentence B in Look Deep 9.7 is followed by the noun subject. So, you would have observed in our question in Look Deep 9.7, the question starts with which and the noun is subject. When question words are immediately followed by nouns, they become adjectives that ask questions. What happens when question words are followed by nouns? That means after question words, when nouns come in a sentence, it becomes adjectives. Adjectives describe nouns and that asks questions. Such adjectives are called interrogative adjectives. When a question word is immediately followed by a noun, it becomes adjectives and it is called interrogative adjectives. Thus, interrogative adjectives modify the noun and also asks a question. What does interrogative adjective do? It modifies the noun and asks question. Read figure 4 for common adjectives and examples. Now here we are going to learn the examples and then you will understand more about interrogative adjectives. Circle the noun being modified in each given sentence. Fill in the correct adjective in the blanks provided. Interrogative adjective, first one is what. Used to ask questions about animals, non-living things. What is always used for animals and non-living things. And in a sentence, what program are you watching? And you have to make one more sentence. What book are you reading? Book is a non-living thing, so we used what here. Then whose. Used to ask questions about people. Why is whose used? To ask questions about people. Whose name shall I write? Dash cat is Cheeto. Whose cat is Cheeto? The pet belongs to someone, right? A human being. So, we use whose. Whose cat is Cheeto. Then the next one, which. Used to ask questions to get a specific response. If we want a specific particular response about something, we will use which. Which country do you want to visit? Dash color do you like best? Which color do you like best? We have many colors. In that, which color do you like? So that's all about the interrogative adjectives. It's very easy, right? Words what, how, which are all question words because it is always used to ask questions. Then only we will use these words. So you have to make more sentences with question words, and now we are going to learn pronouns. Recall that possessive nouns are words that denote ownership or belonging. We have already learned it in 3rd standard, right? That possessive nouns are words that denote possession or ownership, right? So the possessive form shows a relationship of belonging between one thing and another. If this is my book and it is me, so the relationship between us, that it belongs to me, shows the possessive noun. To form the possessive, we add apostrophe plus s to the noun. What we will do? We will add apostrophe and s to the noun to make it a possessive noun. If the noun is plural or already ends in s, we add an apostrophe after the s. If the given noun is in plural, what we will do? We will put the apostrophe only after s. If there is a pencil and I will say this is the student's pencil, if it belongs to only one student, and if there are many pencils and it belongs to many students, I will say these pencils belongs to the students, right? So the apostrophe will come after the s because it belongs to many students. It is in plural form. When there is only one pencil, I will say this is the student's pencil. So apostrophe will come before s because it belongs to only one student. And if there are many pencils and it is in plural form, we will put the apostrophe after s. These are the student's pencil. The apostrophe will come after the s. For example, the girl's assignment is very neat. It is in singular form. Why? Because they are only talking about one girl and one assignment. The girl's assignments are very neat. It is in plural form because apostrophe came after the s, and also we will use are because it is in plural form. Here are some common things and people you may come across in a place of learning, that is your school. Read figure 6, complete the table by writing complete sentences of your own. The teacher's book is on the table. First one is the teacher's book is on the table. How you can make it to plural form? The teacher's books are on the table and the apostrophe will come after the s. And the next one, plural, it is given. The students' books are very interesting. And what will come in singular? The student's book is very interesting. Apostrophe will come before s because it is in singular form. Now the next three you have to do by yourself. Okay. Now consider this sentence. The teacher's book is on the table. Whose book is on the table? It is the teacher's book. It is hers. Whose book is on the table? The teacher's book is on the table. So the book is hers. Here the word hers replaces the phrase teacher's book. To replace the word teacher's book, we can use hers. As you have learned earlier, words that replace nouns to avoid repetition are called pronouns. To avoid the repetition of a word, what we will do? We will add pronouns, his, hers and all. Hers is a possessive pronoun. Such pronouns show that something belongs to someone, thus denoting ownership or possession. In the previous example, we used hers to indicate that the book belongs to the teacher. It also avoids repetition. When we used hers, it stopped repetition, right? The book belongs to the teacher. It is hers. Otherwise, what we will write? It is the teacher's book. To avoid that, we used the pronoun hers. Sentence A, this book is my book, not your book. This is repetitive. Sentence B, this book is mine, not yours. So mine and yours are the pronouns that we used here to avoid the repetition. Mine and yours are possessive pronouns. In sentence A, mine is a possessive pronoun that replaces my book. What does mine do? It replaces the word my book. In sentence B, yours is a possessive pronoun that replaces your book. Read figure 7 for the list of possessive pronouns and their uses. Write an example of your own for each incomplete sentences. Here, some pronouns are given. First one is personal pronoun, that is I, you, we, they, he, she, and possessive pronoun mine, yours, theirs, hers, his. Okay, so let's see. Sentence 1, the book is mine. Then you have to make one more sentence with that. Then second one, yours. I have seen all the assignments. Yours is the best. Yours is used to avoid repetition. So likewise you have to complete all the blank spaces. You have to make sentences with each of the possessive pronoun. So today we have learned interrogative adjectives and possessive pronouns, right? What you have to do is in companion you have to complete all the activities related to these two topics. We'll meet in the next class. Till then, take care. Bye bye.